Now let us begin with the sixth rule. When two or more subjects are connected by or, nor, either or, neither nor, then the verb is singular. Because or means any one choice, nor means none of them, either or again is an alternative, neither nor is again a negative one. For example, either Ram or Shyam knows this. So because I am talking only about Ram or about Shyam, one of them are aware about the things. So I will be using knows instead of know. Remember, everywhere if you find the simple present rule which I told you about using S and ES forms of verbs and without S and ES forms of verbs is applicable at many places. Neither Hari nor Gauri have eaten. Understood, children? If a sentence starts with introducing there, then verb agrees to the number of the noun that comes after there. What noun comes after there when we begin with the sentence there? After that in the sentence wherever the first noun comes, according to that basis we are going to have our verbs. Now see for the example, there is a pen. So which is a noun here? If you see, yes, pen is a noun here. So after there the pen comes, not immediately after that, but wherever it comes. Now pen is singular, so I am using the verb singular, that is. There were big rivers. So why did I use were there? Rivers are plural. Understood? So I am using the verb were. Now some indefinite pronouns. Indefinite means which are not fixed. We are not talking about particular number. Okay, like some, any, none, all. I don't know. All means how many. None means nobody. Some means how much. We don't know. So maybe either singular or plural. With uncountable nouns we use singular. With countable we use plural. Okay, see this. For some, any, none and all, we may use singular or we may use plural. For uncountable, we use singular nouns because they are not countable. With countable nouns, we use plural because we know the count of things. Now see, the two examples will give you the proper understanding. Now see, some milk has spilled over the floor. What has happened? Milk. Can I count? 1 drop, 2 drop, 3 drop milks? No, it is not possible. So it is a uncountable noun. So I am using has. I did not say some milk have spilled. I am using the some milk has spilled over the floor. Now some of the toys are lying scattered on the floor. Though I am using some, I am using are. The reason behind toys are countable, isn't it? Now if you see in your room, here somewhere a toy truck is lying, somewhere a robot is lying, somewhere your football is lying, and your mother has to assemble them together. So that is what has happened. Some of the toys are lying scattered on the floor and the mother has to work on it, isn't it, children? I hope, but you are a good children, so you don't scatter things, isn't it? After playing you keep them back in the places. Good children, right? Now let us see the 9th rule. Now these things we always use in our houses, isn't it? Nouns like scissors. Now let us make some changes here. If you see the spelling, A is not typed. Let us go to the screen. Okay. Nouns like scissors, glasses, trousers, shorts, tongs. Tongs is the thing which mama uses in the kitchen to lift the hot things. Chimta, sanchi, whatever we call it in Marathi. So are plural and take a plural verb. Now how can a scissors be plural? Now if you see, these things have two parts. Trousers have two sides, right? Left leg and the right leg. Scissors have two parts, above and the lower one. Tongs also have two things, two parts. So these are divided into two parts. Glasses means specs, isn't it? My specs are lying. I don't say my spec is lying. My specs are lying on the table. Specs are lying on the table. Okay. Now see the example. These trousers are too loose for me. So trouser is actually one singular pant, isn't it? but we use are as a verb here. The reason behind that, though it is a singular, it is divided into two parts. The scissors have to be absolutely sharp when we are doing any art form, isn't it? If you want to cut the papers, it has to be very sharp. So here you have to remember, children, things which are single but divided into two parts, we use plural verbs. Next rule, what does it say? Words like mathematics, economics, again same problem, children. Mathematics, okay. Words like mathematics, economics and gymnastics are used with a singular verbs. Why? Because mathematics and economics is the name of a subject and gymnastics is the name of a sport form. Now see, mathematics is my favorite subject. I will not say mathematics are my favorite subject because it has a S with it, isn't it? So gymnastics has become a popular sport in schools. So name of the subjects which end like physics, which have S at its end, doesn't mean there are plurals. We are using as a singular verbs for them. Words and phrases used for indicating an amount of money. Remember this, children, this rule is very important. Money, time or distance, though they are more in numbers, we say 1 rupee, we also say 10 rupee. But we are not going to use plural verbs for them. We are going to use singular verbs. 1.5 hour is a long time to sit. 1.5 hours is a long tenure, isn't it? How many minutes? It is 90 minutes. 90 minutes is a long period we are using. We are not saying 90 minutes are long time. So we consider it as a time as a singular verb. So I am using is. I am not using are here. 20,000 rupees is the rent for this house. We don't say 20,000 rupees are the rent. So for the money, for the distance and for time, we use singular forms of verbs. Understood, children? Now the last rule, collective nouns refer to a group that is taken as one and go with a singular verb. Now as you know, collective noun means what? It is a name given to a common kind of thing, isn't it? A flock, a team, a committee. These are similar type of activities are done by this group, or it's a similar kind. So flock of pigeons. Pigeons are same, no? One pigeon or flock of pigeon. Flock is group of pigeons. So it is the same kind. So pigeon of flocks flies across our building. See, when I say pigeon flies across my building is different. Pigeons fly across my building. But here I am talking about a collective noun, the flock of pigeons, isn't it? So flock of pigeons is a collective noun. So instead of using fly, I am using flies. But if I want to say a pigeon flies across our building, pigeons fly across our building. Okay, there is a difference. But when I say flock of pigeons, it is a collective noun. So I am using singular verb. The team of cricketers is landing on Friday. I did not say are landing. In a team, how many members are there in cricket team, children? Yes, 11 players, and there will be some extras and other members required to be a team, isn't it? So team of cricketers. So team is one set again here. So I am using singular verb is instead of using are. Understood, children? Now with this video, I will be sending you one exercise. You solve them, read the rules, try to apply the rule. When you read a sentence, see which rule is applicable to it. And then tomorrow, I will be sending you with the answers and new exercises for you all to solve. Okay, children? Thank you.